The next day, the sun came up for all, and the USA Gymnastics Championships moved on, with Blaine Wilson trying to stay way above the competition, where he's lived for a while. Now Wilson pushes himself, and training mate Jason Gadsden pushes back. Mantle had Maris, McGuire had Sosa, and these two know what a home run is for them, and they'd love to hit one in Sydney. To do that, they have to prove themselves at home first. So who's it going to be? 190 stud or the other? To Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, Indiana. In a short while, we will know who the 1998 U.S. National Champion is. Hi, everybody. I'm Al Trautwig, along with Tim Daggett and Elfie Schlegel. We're largely going to be following three men today. They lead the way, and when you say lead the way, that's exactly what Blaine Wilson has done all year in the United States gymnastics scene, Tim.
And he certainly has. He has the opportunity to make some history. Not since 20 years ago has an athlete three-peated at the national championships. He's got the opportunity to do that. He's got some challenges, though. First of all, it's mental. He said he's been a little distracted by the three-peat, needs to focus in on his gymnastics. Physically, he's battling a shoulder injury that does cause him problems. He's certainly the favorite, but he does have some challenges.
All right, let's complete the picture now and talk about Jay Thornton, Elfie, and Jason Gadsden.
Well, Jay Thornton is right behind Blaine Wilson, and you know, Jay Thornton had an amazing competition in the preliminaries, and he said he's not about to let this one slip away. But if there's one guy that could give Blaine Wilson that little extra push, has to be Jason Gadsden. Boy, is he driven, and he has the heart, and most importantly, he has the skills.
Before we get back onto the floor, just a moment to congratulate Tim Daggett being inducted into the Gymnastics Hall of Fame. And Elfie, we can only imagine what the bust on the wall is going to look like. Well-deserved nonetheless. Now, Blaine Wilson leads after the preliminary round, and that's half of your total score. And his lead is pretty formidable over Jay Thornton of Augusta, Georgia, Jason Gadsden in third. And now we'll start things off here in this final round with Jay Thornton. Probably should have been a golfer coming from Augusta, but this is how it turned out for him.
And this actually is not one of Jay's best events. He's more powerful on the floor exercise and the vaulting routines. Struggled earlier in the year, actually didn't make a major U.S. team. Had a really rough go. Coach Ron Brandt said it actually was a blessing in disguise. It gave Jay some time to really focus in for these national championships. Got a couple of tricky sequences right here. A swing to strength. Earn a lot of bonus for that. He'll do another one right here. Oh, that big mistake, Al. He was supposed to freeze that in the handstand position, fell out of it. You notice the swinging of the rings. All of those things are deductions.
And that's the problem with rings. Once you have a major error, it just compounds itself and compounds itself. The rings are still moving.
Yeah, not a great time or start to the competition. Jay really felt ready for this meet. He said it's his time. He's put in so much work, and he really wanted to stay in the top three for this competition.
Well, it's doubtful he can hold on to his second place standing with that.
Really was remarkable. He came into this day of competition less than 4/10 behind Blaine Wilson. That a tremendous accomplishment. Right here is where it all went wrong. Supposed to swing right to the handstand. I think it was a little bit fatigued, and he is just making it up as he goes right here, trying to get his brains in order.
So that would be improvisation, wouldn't it?
That certainly would.
At one point, I saw his left arm just totally give way. Now the score for Jay Thornton, wow, really low. He takes a big hit, 7.60. All right, now here's Jason Gadsden, originally from Los Angeles, California, but he trains with the U.S. Olympic team in Colorado Springs. He's coming back some shoulder problems. He had ligament damage, and at the recent World Championships over a year ago, he actually competed with a badly injured back. Officially, the doctors say the back has to be considered broken.
Watch this unbelievable full twisting double layout. Jason Gadsden, one of the best tumblers in the world. hugely powerful. This very tricky pass, 5/10. Oh, I can't tell you how badly he just messed up, but was able to come out of it almost unscathed. That was one of the greatest gymnastic saves I've ever seen in my life, right there.
The other thing you have to remember is this is one of the toughest events for Jason in terms of training. He says he can't train very often on floor exercise or vault. As a matter of fact, he can't do both on the same day.
He has so much power, leg strength, unbelievable.
Just to clarify, all the gymnasts are on 6 different apparatus throughout Market Square Arena, and we will be jumping from apparatus to apparatus to bring you as many of the leaders' performances as we can.
Stuck perfectly. That's what he does so
the
well.
house on that landing, I tell you. He is not happy, though. That second pass, like I said, a major save. Let's look at it right here. Now, this is supposed to be 3 acrobatic elements in a row. The first one is a front flip with a full twist, followed by a laid-out somersault, then a 1.5 twisting somersault. Right here, he puts his hands down. He's not supposed to do that, and he's able to continue on. That is not even mortal right there. That is unbelievable. He was able to save that.
A supernatural save by Jason Gadsden. And his score is 9.125. Now, here's a player in the mix, Steve McCain, coming into this final round in 4th place out of Houston, Texas.
You know, a super talented athlete here. He almost made the Olympic team in 1996, but he's had some real up and down years since. He's back. In fact, if you look at his last international competition result, it was back in 1997, but he's really come here hoping for the best and wanting to make a comeback.
Double twisting Tsukahara right here. Very nicely done, just maybe a little bit short, not enough distance, and could have been a little bit off to the side. Couldn't quite see that, Al. Those would both be deductions. But as Elfie mentioned, he is a super talent, certainly has the goods to get it done.
Well, this man has all the goods. Bronze medalist at the Goodwill Games, where he lost to his longtime nemesis named Ivankov. Blaine Wilson, there is little he can't do. And I just wonder, this injury, potentially serious for his future in 2000 or not?
Well, very, very serious. They'll know more, obviously, when they do the surgery, but who knows what they'll find when they get in there. Shoulder problems. Actually, think he jumped out of bounds just a little bit there. I don't see a flag being raised, so that means that the judges either don't agree or they didn't see it.
You know, injury or no injury, he's here to win. He's made that decision, and we talked to him after the first prelim competition, and he said, I'm out for redemption today, and it's not against any other gymnast, just himself.
And had problems right there in the first day of competition. Opted for an easier pass, actually struggled quite a bit the first day. His lowest score with an 8.7. This right now on track to be much better than that. Routines on floor exercise looking more and more similar. The new code of points basically mandate that you've got to do these combination tumbling passes to start your routine from a high point. Focusing double somersault.
A much better routine from the other day.
A little step on the end, but he does so many things that I think should be followed by the phrase, are you kidding me? Blaine Wilson right now defining state-of-the-art in American gymnastics.
So this tumbling pass right here, the same one we saw from Jason Gadsden. He'll do that laid-out somersault with a full twist, and this is what Jason was supposed to do.
No hits.
Another laid-out somersault followed by this 1.5 twist. That gives him 5/10 of bonus, but look at right there. The judges should have said, I'm going to take one of those back, Blaine. Going to take a 10th away. No yellow flag raised, so like I said, they didn't see it.
Sometimes when you're really good, you get the breaks too. His score 9.1, and Steve McCain gets a 9. More on the pain that Blaine is feeling in that shoulder as the USA Gymnastics Championships continues in Indianapolis.